CCX Sports presents coverage of the Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship game. Tonight it's the Centennial Cougars taking on the top seed Maple Grove Crimson. The winner goes to the state tournament next week in St. Paul. Hello and welcome to Roseville Ice Arena. John Jacobson along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, it's the third meeting of the season between the Cougars and the Crimson. Maple Grove has won the first two. Doesn't guarantee they'll win a third, although they did beat Blaine for a third time the other night.
Well, it's always tough, getting at their game, but this is a way different Centennial. They started out like 4-8-2, and since then they're 8-4. They've grown. They've got a very young team rebuilding from their state tournament team last year, but I'll tell you what, this is a very good hockey team, and they only lost 3-2 in the last few minutes of the last game, so this is going to be a dogfight.
Centennial comes in as the number 2 seed in this tournament in 2 wins for them. Maple Grove had a first-round bye, then they shut out Blaine in the semifinals on Tuesday. So the Crimson come in confident and looking to get back to state for the first time in 3 years. As Dan mentioned, Centennial coming off a state tournament appearance. They were Class AA runners-up a year ago. Now, they graduated a lot of that team. There are half dozen girls who are back. I think this team is confident that they can win tonight, drawing on some of that experience from last year, the girls that were in that tournament, and just the way that they've been playing lately, as you mentioned.
Well, it took time for them to get everything up. They've got 10, 8th, 9th, and 10th graders playing regularly. They played all 26 games so far, but it took a while, but now it's starting to gel. Now they're playing, plus they're getting very good goaltending here down the stretch, and they had some very good wins here in the section against some pretty good teams. They're very confident. They think they can play Maple Grove, and they've been there before. They know how to get through the section, so we'll see how that happens tonight.
On the flip side for the Crimson, they definitely earned the number 1 seed. They've had a great year, Dan. A lot of experience on this Maple Grove side. They're ready to play.
Well, they're 6-1 coming into this section, and boy, they had a dominating game against Blaine. They shut them out. Lucy Morgan, the goalie, 43 shots on goal. She shut them down. And, if you could start from the pipes out, anything can happen. They got a power play goal, which has been trouble for them this year, and it really helped them. They got a lot of confidence, though, too. They're a little bit of an older team, but I expect them to really put it on tonight. They haven't let down one bit.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Cougars. Allison Pitlick's had a great season, 41 points in all, including 5 in 2 postseason games.
And I love her number 2. She's 13. I love 13s. But, you know that name, Pitlick. That's a hockey family, a big one. But she's been the bread and butter for this team for a number of years here. Plays well both ends of the ice. She can see well in the offensive zone, but she knows her defensive coverage. And again, she's the type of person that makes everybody around her better. And they'll look to her to break it open, but they've gotten better. She's going to get some help tonight, but she's going to be the main player for them.
And for Maple Grove, a sophomore, Tristana Tater, she scored the first goal the other night in the win over Blaine.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this little sophomore's really come on, and she's had to learn a lot. It's a lot of growing pains. She's only a sophomore. She played last year as a 9th grader, but 5 power play goals for him. And she also got a shorthanded goal, too. She's a little sneaky, but she's got great speed, great hands, and, boy, she can fire the puck.
Should be a great one tonight. Centennial and Maple Grove. The winner moves into the AA quarterfinals next Thursday at the XL Center. We'll take a break, come back, drop the puck. Period number 1, Centennial, Maple Grove, 5AA girls hockey, next here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old. I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
for hockey, the Section 5AA Girls Championship for 2019. Centennial and Maple Grove going head-to-head for a third time this season. Both times early this season in the 2018 portion of the year, with Maple Grove winning 3-0 and 3-2. Crimson the 1 seed. They're in the white tonight with the crimson and gold and black trim. Lucy Morgan in the center of that mass has had a terrific season. 18-7-1. Goals against average 1.39. Save percentage .943. She is a finalist for Senior Goaltender of the Year, which will be announced Sunday after the state tournament next week. And McKenna Stottero is very good as well. Her goals against average 2.44, save percentage of .925, and she certainly, Dan, is capable of getting hot here in the section final and leading her team back to state.
Well, you can't go anywhere without strong pipes, and she's played very, very well with these last 10 games or so, and has done a great job for the Cougars. So right now the Cougars' worst period is their first period, so they got to play well here. Don't let Maple Grove get them down quick, because that'll just put the blood in the water. So they got to have a really good first period. If they do, this is going to be a really good hockey game.
Off the opening face-off, it's Maple Grove that skates away with it. Lauren Stensley gets taken off the puck as she got inside the blue line by Hannah Thompson. Puck outside the zone. Here's Allison Pitlick coming down the wing, lost it. Comes back to Thompson. She'll slide it across to Madeline Harthorn, playing it ahead into the crimson zone. Maple Grove brings it back. McMahon will dump it into the corner. Back behind Stottero now. Played along the boards. McMahon knocked down, trying to get back up and play the pass up, but it comes back to Centennial. Sydney Greenenhagen bringing it in, and a shot on net. And Morgan has to make her first stop of the night. Emma Larson from Maple Grove playing it along to the near boards. Centennial fans are looking for a penalty there. None coming. It's onto the stick of McMahon, ahead to Stensley. Into the Centennial zone, still with it, goes to the backhand, and a stop made by Stottero. Stensley gets it back, slides it in front of the net, can't connect there with Chloe Corbin.
The first good opportunity for the Crimson, John, but the Cougars have really shown some energy and snap here too. They're really skating with the Crimson right now.
Maple Grove regroup with their blue line. Jenna Tim across, and the pass came up and missed at the Centennial line and taken by Lizzie Prado. Ahead now comes Lauren O'Hara at center with a burst of speed down the left wing into the crimson zone, and Morgan covers up, and the puck comes to her, and we get our first face-off here in the first 2 minutes of the game. Look at Stensley's opportunity a moment ago.
Just a nice move in the inside. Just if she could have shelved it, she could have had a goal. She really stretched the goalie out, but a good save by Stottero. She just stayed there and just kept her pad down and got the good block. That was a big save for the Cougars.
Face-off win for the Crimson as they tried to clear it, but can't. Long shot in on Morgan from Flushing, and save made. Puck loose. They whack at it. Cougars from the top of the circle. Now comes back out to the blue line. Shot from there. A tip in front. Morgan's got to cover it up. Shot came from Abby Eichelberger, and then O'Hara getting a stick on it. Morgan covers.
Well, Lauren O'Hara, 8th grader, she's big for her size. She's grown, man. She's got some skills. Look at her fighter. She's real strong in front. Watch what happens after the shot here. She's right there, just almost got the tip in. And if there was a rebound, I'll tell you what, she would have been there to jump all over it. Lucy Morgan made a nice save and grabbed that rebound quick.
Face-off win for the Cougars. Back to the blue line to Almich. Dump to the corner, onto the stick. Griefenhagen being tied up by McMahon back behind the net. A penalty has been called as a shot on net. Penalty at that last whistle was went against Emma Larson. So it's Centennial here on an early power play. Shot on net. Morgan the save, gives up the rebound. Another shot that gets blocked, and here's Stensley back the other way, and a great takeaway by Almich to save a breakaway from Stensley.
And Maple Grove's been killing off 90% of the penalties on that have been assessed against them, so they got a lot of confidence in that kill, and they've got about 4 shorthanded goals this year.
Stensley drop it back into the Centennial end. Lizzie Prado back for Centennial, now skated up by Megan Goudreau. Center of the ice across the Maple Grove line. Goudreau carries to the corner. It's rubbed up against the boards by Bridget Getch. Summer Francis trying to free it up. Number 3 for Centennial. Now does get it, comes out. Shot away, gets blocked. Another try. Puck is loose in front of Morgan. Sent by Summer back out to the blue line, and a great shot block there by Jenna Tim, who clears it to the blue line and finally poked out of the zone by Sam Stelgis. Now Maple Grove with a chance shorthanded here. Here comes Corbin. Lost it as she came to the top of the circle. Back out to center ice. Shot back in by Tim. Back behind the net, Thompson for Centennial. Down to 20 seconds left in their power play. Pitlick, middle of the ice coming through. Pitlick cuts to the net. Shot away, Morgan, the stop. Puck is loose at the side of the net. They're jamming at it. Now whistle blows. It's covered. And we get a face-off with 6 seconds left in the penalty.
You think Lucy Morgan's worth her weight? Oh my gosh, the flurry in front. Great move by Pitlick here. Watch it. Now she gets on the back, and she really turns that corner and gets in tight. Almost had the 5-hole there, but Morgan closed it up, and now there's a scrum in front. I just like the way the Cougars are mucking up. I mean, they're getting in there. That's kind of been the way their season's gone now. They've really started pulling it together better and getting some opportunities and making the most of them over the last 13 games, John.
Griefenhagen and McMahon on the face-off. Well, McMahon will get chased and Stensley will come in. Win for Centennial. Shot deflection. Morgan had to be alert on that to make the stick save. And now the Crimson are back at full strength. Played just over 5 minutes already. A lot of action in the first 5 minutes of play and no score. Centennial chip it up to center ice. Comes onto the stick of Tim. Playing it ahead, and now here's McMahon into the zone for Maple Grove. It's some contact from Almich. Puck lost at center ice. It's down into the Maple Grove zone. It'll be taken there by Larson. Now McMahon with it. McMahon, nice little move to get around the forward. Gets up to center ice, into the zone, shot away, and getting a piece of it was Stotterow, and it clears it to the corner. Cougars break it back out, and then McMahon got it ahead. Tater was offside.
Well, there's been some good individual efforts by the Crimson here, John McMahon, in that last run, but boy, I'll tell you, the Cougars have got a nasty two-man trap and coming in through the neutral zone. They're getting 2 people on the puck, and they're really active with their sticks and stretching while they're skating, so they're causing some disruption. The Crimson just can't get in clean.
Face-off win for Maple Grove, and then the puck lost. Crimson able to cover up on it, though. Larson lost it at the side of the net, and Morgan covers up the puck. You don't want to take any chances, and Lucy Morgan decides to freeze the puck. David Cole, first year as head coach, second year in the Cougars program, extensive hockey background for him. He's also a goalie coach. And Amber Hagelin, 4th year as head coach, trying to get back to the state tournament for just the 2nd time in program history. They made it in her first year when they were state runner-up, losing to Eden Prairie. And Centennial, as we mentioned in the pregame, state runner-up a year ago, losing to Edina in the title game. What a game that must be going on right now, Dan, at Parade Ice Garden, the 6AA final between the top 2 teams in Class AA, Blake and Edina. Last rankings, Edina number 2, Blake number 1. Now here's Maple Grove into the Centennial zone, and the Cougars able to clear. Now they get a chance. Little breakout for them as Goudreau has it. In on the left wing, across in front. Francis went down. Goudreau feeding it back out, left point, shot away, deflected, backhand try, that gets blocked. Cleared but not out, and played to the opposite corner by Harthorn. Good job by the Cougars to keep the puck in the Maple Grove end. Tim trying to move it up the left wing. Centennial's right there again. Now it's cleared out and down into the Cougar zone. Hawthorne with her. Bank it off the glass and then up off. Pitlick sticking up into the bench, and that brings a whistle in the neutral zone.
Well, it's just been in a really, really good forecheck all over the ice for the Cougars. They are not letting the Crimson put anything together. There's no smooth movement. They can't get to move the puck very well. There's always 1 or 2 people on the puck at all times for the Cougars.
Arson firing the puck into the Centennial zone. Skating after it there is Prado. Stensley gains control. He's trying to center it for McMahon, but taken instead by the Cougars, Allison Pitlick. Full head of steam for Pitlick into the zone, and then a nice takeaway by Stensley from behind. Got her stick on it, take it off of Pitlick's stick. Pitlick fighting forward again. It's back behind Lucy Morgan. Pitlick trying to center it. Cleared to the left by Maple Grove, and now we'll try to get it out of the zone. They get it to the blue line is all. And then back to the Cougars line. Played ahead. Here's Lauren Parr in on the left side. Parr then muscled out by McMahon for the puck. And back onto the stick of McMahon. She can move across the blue line. McMahon goes to the backhand, shot away, and the glove save made by McKenna Stottero.
Now, finally, the Crimson had a real nice breakout there, John. A couple nice short passes, got into McMahon's stick, and out she comes. You see the nice move here to go to her backhand, and just a nice stay by Stottero. I'm not sure it would have gone in, but no use taking any chances right now. Boy, she's big. Stottero's got some size to her.
O'Hara wins the faceoff for Centennial. Puck around the boards, gets past Flushing to the blue line. Centennial fans wanted a whistle, and now we do get one. A little late in coming. Lauren Parr was slow to get up. She got hit to the boards there, and Mavis Sachs will go off for 2 minutes here.
She got drilled, actually.
Yeah.
Got her off balance and really drove her into the boards hard. You see it's quite obvious there, and they call the straight body check on that. So, you know, Grove's going to have to be careful. You know, they got to stay out of the box. You don't want to give Cougars too many opportunities with the way they're playing. Their power play's only been running about 12% right now, but, you know, they're sniffing it. You know, they're feeling good. They've come a long way, and you can see the momentum they're playing with right now.
Penalty time 6:39 of the first period. Checking with Lauren Parr. Looks like she's all right.
Coach Hagelin talking to the refs, trying to get a last person on the ice there for the penalty kill. Gee, she put McMahon on the ice. I wonder why.
Face-off wins. Tinsley, though, able to pick it off for Maple Grove. Trying to poke the puck past Almich. And does get it down all the way to the Cougars' end, where Almich has to go back for it. Almost lost it to McMahon out in front. And McMahon pesky on the forecheck, trying to knock it away from O'Hara. Centennial's got to regroup. Griefenhagen, and Stensley picks it off briefly. And now Centennial's got it back in the Maple Grove end. Along the boards. Back out, here's Prado with a shot high and wide of the Grove net. And Maple Grove able to clear it down. Stottero leaving the puck for Prado. Yeah, ahead comes Pitlick on the right. Pitlick trying to drive past Stelgis. Pitlick goes down. Trailer getting back into the play. Backhand try and didn't get all the way through, off the stick of Griefenhagen. And again, Crimson able to clear it down the length of the ice. Down to 50 seconds left in the power play time for the Cougars. Here's Hannah Thompson. Griefenhagen. Up on the wing comes Goudreau. Goudreau waiting, centering pass, trying to hit it onto the tape of Abby Elliott and couldn't connect. Picked off by Stelgis and cleared out of the zone by Corbin of Maple Grove. Shot back in by Goudreau. Driven by Larson down the ice. And that'll about do it with Penalty time down to 10 seconds to go as Thompson comes back and touches it.
Really good penalty kill by Crimson, but they gave up one good chance and that was about it. Then they took control.
Larson will shoot it back in. Maple Grove is back at full strength. Sachs comes off. Emily Herdeen comes on for her. Maple Grove will shoot it in. Or excuse me, Centennial will shoot it in as they make most of the line change here. Cleared up to center ice onto the stick of Herdeen. Played ahead off the stick of Stensley. Stensley and Herdeen both along the boards there. Comes out to center. Maple Grove have to regroup with Bridget Getch. Flips the puck to Herdeen on her left out to center. Cougars back of their own end. Almich. Griefenhagen in. They'll dump it back behind the Crimson net. Down to 6.5 minutes to play here in a scoreless first period. Shot away. Was wide of Morgan. Almich went down, now gets back up, has the puck here for Centennial. Back out to the blue line. Play it back for Almich again from Flushing. Round to the corner and taken by Herdeen of Maple Grove. Puts it up onto the stick of Stensley at center. Stensley here 1-on-4 with it, drags the puck through. Didn't get a shot on that though. Back come the Cougars. Lauren Parr will dump it in, then she'll go off for a change. Morgan will leave it back behind her net for Larson. From center, shooting it in was Annika Johnson just a stride before she had hit center ice, so it's icing on Maple Grove.
We're starting to see Maple Grove be able to break the puck out of the zone. You know, the Cougars defense, John, has been really sticking in there and holding the line here and keeping Maple Grove pinned in. Maple Grove's had a real tough time. Their defense is retreating real quick. They're not sticking in and pinching very much. They're afraid of that rush by the Cougars, so we'll see if that changes over the course of the period here.
Centering pass for Centennial. Picked off and played ahead. Here's a chance now for Corbin down on the right side. Excuse me, for Nordstrom coming down the right side for Maple Grove. Then Centennial able to turn her over and start back the other way. Francis into the zone. Summer Francis trying to drop it back. Can't connect on the pass to Goudreau. Maple Grove will chip it up ahead. Tim will get it down into the Cougar zone. Icing on Maple Grove.
I think one thing now that Maple Grove's trying to change, they're starting to fly a wing out a little bit, get them above the blue line to try to pull that Cougar defense back out of there since they can't pinch, and it's starting to be successful. So if they can connect on a few more of those, that ought to take care of the pinching. But physical game, John. They're throwing the body around a little bit.
Off the face-off, Tim tying up with Griefenhagen. Almich frees it up. Now it's Griefenhagen in the corner. Being tied up by Bridget Gash. 4 players in that scrum, and finally it's McMahon who comes up with it. 24 goals on the season for the senior man in McMahon. Lost it at center. In comes Centennial. Drop pass, shot ahead. And we're going to get a penalty first on Centennial tonight here on McKenna Gollner for interference.
She's kind of looking in disbelief, but watch her come in here now. She's going to go through. And she just goes right at the Maple Grove D and knocks her down point blank. Yeah, that's a little too much physical activity. Well, now the Maple Grove Crimson going on power play. They've had success. They got one the other night against Blaine. They're at 19% right now, but that number needs to come up a little bit. But we'll see if they can do here. But
Cougars able to slip the puck out of the Maple Grove zone. Here's Larson for the Crimson, the senior D playing it ahead. Onto the stick of Corbin. Boy, Corbin stops. Shot by McMahon. Gets deflected. Save made. Rebound try goes high and off the boards behind the net. Tie up left boards. Freeing it up is Tater, getting it back. Here's McMahon. Larson one-timer, deflects off a Centennial skate, stays in the zone. Corbin with it. Top of the right, now side of the right circle. Corbin behind the net, back to Corbin. To McMahon, lost it off her stick and comes outside the zone, brought it briefly back in, and that's offside.
Well, they finally had control in the zone. The Crimson did, and just a little mistake there. McMahon flinched a little bit when she got the puck and brought it back across the line. Now they got to set up and start over again. Cougars have been very aggressive on their penalty kill, John. They kill it at about an 86% rate, which is very, very good.
Under a minute to go in the power play now for Maple Grove. Larson ahead. McMahon to Stensley. Backhands it in, but Cougars ready for it, and they easily clear it down the length of the ice. Larson will leave it for McMahon. Almich whacking at her from behind. McMahon comes free again, middle of the ice. McMahon to her backhand, squeezing through a couple of players. Got it to the net comes off. And a whistle and a face-off.
Going to be outside, but you watch McMahon, the magic she's got, but I tell you what, she gets it in there, and that goal, or that puck, was dribbling toward that net. But Stodorov did a nice job staying with it and hanging with it, and McMahon got pushed in the net and off the cup, so it's outside the zone.
Face-off win for the Crimson. Down to 20 seconds left in their power play, and they're offside. 2:46 to go. No score. Centennial Maple Grove. Winner to the state tournament. Coaches of the state tournament teams will seed for the tourney this weekend. Now we'll know the matchups for Thursday. Here's Herdeen in the Centennial zone. Final seconds of the power play for Grove. Back out to the blue line to Macklett. Kayla Macklett trying to get it to Herdeen. Back behind the net is Stelgis. And Centennial back at full strength. Stelgis with it. Trying to get it off in the circle. Cleared by Centennial out to center ice. Onto the stick there of Jenna Tim, who shoots it in for Maple Grove.
And the Cougars are back at full strength.
Tim sends it wide of the net. Herdeen will catch up with it for Maple Grove. Drop it back behind the net where Francis takes it for the Cougars. Francis is off the stick there of O'Hara at center. They jam at it. Right in front of the penalty box, picked up now by McMahon, or by Maple Grove, by Corbin. Corbin gets the return pass. He's getting tied up pretty good in front. There'll be another penalty coming up here on Centennial. Maple Grove trying to get an extra skater on the ice, and they do. Delayed penalty coming up against Centennial. Puck comes off the referee's skate, and it gets touched by Centennial. Now we get the penalty call.
Boy, got it in there tight. They're really pushing the front of the net there. I'm wondering, though, John, they're trying to get in tight. I'm wondering to maybe just start taking some shots from about 10, 15 feet out. See Stotterall give up some rebounds, because the way they're charging the net, they'd have a good chance of getting it. I think they should start testing it that way. Everything they're getting in tight, they not quite have the trajectory on it.
Hooking call on Hawthorne gives Maple Grove another power play opportunity. Now here's Almich, shorthanded, one player back. He's got Larson in front of her. Almich shot away. It goes off of Larson's stick, and Maple Grove controls in their own end. Puck off the back of the skate of Tater, who circles back for it. Tater at center. Goes down, not going to get that call. As Centennial takes it and shoots it down into the Maple Grove end with under a minute to play in the opening period. Larson will leave it for McMahon. McMahon will skate up the left side. Still with it.
There we go.
McMahon coming right out in front. A shot. And the save made by Stotterall.
I mean, nice move by McMahon, but again what I'm saying, they're trying to get in too tight. Rostado is big and she can cover a lot of net. You better take the shot outside a little bit more. Right there. She was about 10 feet out. Take the shot.
35 seconds left in the period. Corbin and O'Hara on the faceoff. Corbin, clean win, back to McMahon. To put it back behind the Centennial net comes to Stensley, trying to center it for Tater. Gets past her, and a rush for the puck. McMahon will get there, a stride ahead of Abby Elliott. Here's McMahon. Big shot from the top of the circle off the plexiglass back behind the Centennial net. Down to 10 seconds to play in the period. Tie up along the boards. Maple Grove frees it up. Shot from the slot goes wide off the stick of Corbin. Comes to Larson. Side of the net. Stensley whacking at it as the period comes to an end. A little flurry by the Crimson on the power play late. But we go to the first intermission. Scoreless.
Good period by the Cougars. I got to give them, this is where they wanted to be. They were having trouble in the first period all year, getting down, and then grew as the game went on, got momentum. Good period. They really stifled Maple Grove through most of that period, John. So they'll have to make some changes in Maple Grove. They got to settle down a little bit, and I think they're going to get a talking to about just, play your game, don't rush it, and try to get some shots from the outside.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. First period highlights, more of our opening intermission. No score. Centennial Maple Grove girls hockey on CCX Sports.
Look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
No score. Centennial Maple Grove Section 5AA girls hockey final tonight from Roseville Ice Arena. We'll look at some highlights from the opening period of play tonight. Maple Grove getting an early chance. Lauren Stensley with a shot. A nice save on the backhand by McKenna Stodero. Centennial certainly had their chances as well. Lucy Morgan coming up with one of her 8 saves in the game there. And then Allison Pitlick on the rush, a great cut to the net. And Morgan makes another stop on that try. Nothing getting through so far. Shot away here. It was stopped, and the rebound goes wide. Maple Grove with a couple of late power play opportunities. Stodero able to stop everything that's come her way so far. McMahon with a very good chance, and Stodero comes over and covers that left pipe. Keep McMahon and the Crimson off the board. There's a look at the shots on goal. Pretty even. Scoring chances even. Penalties even. Maple Grove 2 for 2 on killing their penalties that they have taken, and then they are 0 for 1 on the power play with 33 seconds left in their second power play try when we start the second period. Dan Ficken.
The Cougars came out showing that they're a better hockey team. I thought they played really well. Their trap is running good, and they've got a lot of energy and jump. Maple Grove's got to settle down and start coming across that line together, and I'd like to see them take more shots from the outside. I think they're getting in too tight, and Stoddero's just showing me that she's big and she can cover net. You're not going to get anybody in that close, so that would be the major change I'd make there. Cougars, you just keep doing what you're doing. They're getting good opportunities, and they're stifling the Maple Grove rush.
We'll take another timeout and we'll come back and be about ready to drop the puck for the second period here at Roseville. Centennial Maple Grove. No score. More hockey on CCX after this.
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old. I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Centennial Cougars, Maple Grove Crimson ready to go with the second period here from Rosedale Ice Arena. We'll start the second period with Madeline Harthorn in the penalty box for another 33 seconds as the Crimson try to capitalize and get on the board first on this power play.
Well, 33 seconds is enough time to really put something together and create a couple good opportunities if they can get in the zone and control it.
Almich and Corbin on the face-off. Start period number 2. We are underway. Face-off win for Centennial, back into their zone. They'll bank it off the end boards where it comes to Pitlick. Corbin trying to keep the puck in, but can't for Maple Grove. It is played from center in, and then shot back out of the zone and skipped past Pitlick all the way down to the Crimson end. Down to 10 seconds left in the penalty to Harthorn. McMahon holding back behind her net onto the stick of Larson. Back to McMahon. Harthorn is back on the ice. Centennial at full strength. McMahon trying to bring it right out in front. Puck is loose in front of the Cougars goal. And Pitlick has it now for Centennial. Pitlick with Corbin behind her. Play goes on. Cougar fans wanted a call there. Tater has it off her stick, but McMahon picks it up. She'll come through center on the right wing. McMahon will drive to the corner. Drops it back for Tater. Gets a shot to the side of the net. Now it's Stensley with it. Trying to turn with it. Comes back to the wing. Fires from a tough angle high. And to the far boards. And Pitlick will clear it down the ice for the Cougars. Icing on Centennial.
Well, we got some wet ice here, John, and it's really caused some trouble on both ends. The puck's sticking in that water. It hasn't fully dried out yet on both ends of the rink. Got a pretty good-sized crowd, and the heat in this building's got to be coming up a little bit.
Saw that a little bit in the Wayzata Edina game the other night, too.
Yeah,
beginning of the second period. Off the face-off, a shot goes up and out of play.
Yeah, that really affected the play in that Wayzata Edina game quite a bit. And it's beginning of the second period, and affected in the third, too. Zamboni probably put a little less water down in between periods.
Another face-off here in the Cougar zone. Face-off win, though, for Centennial. Goudreau lost it. A good poke check there at center and allows the Crimson a chance to bring it back into the zone. Stelgis for Maple Grove over skates it, goes back for it. It's double teamed on the puck, lost as the Cougars clear it to the blue line. Good takeaway back by Nordstrom. And then a turnover in their own end on the stick of Tater. Tater lost it. Back to the blue line. Tim keeping it low along the ice. That gets blocked. Comes back to Tim. She'll flip it back behind the net. Nordstrom for Maple Grove there. Being checked there by Eichelberger. Tie up comes free and back behind the net. It's McMahon tying up with Flushing. And now Centennial get it and they'll send it down the ice. Another icing on the Cougars.
All of a sudden here, the churned up energy now of the Crimson starting to show itself. They're trapping well and their D are starting to pinch. And that pulling out of the zone as quickly as they were in the first period. So created some offensive floor, at least stopped the Cougars from breaking out.
Whistle before, as the puck was being dropped, a couple players skating in on the side of the circle. And we'll do it again.
Someone was cheating.
Back to the blue line where Bridget Getch played it toward the corner, but it's taken by Pitlick for Centennial. Pitlick with a shot. Morgan's got to come up with one of her better saves of the night. Point blank in front. Cleared back out to the blue line. Shot away. Wide of the net. Larson trying to clear it up ahead, and that was broken up by Olmich. Olmich centering pass, trying to get it to Pitlick, and Herdine, a nice job to get her stick on it and break that play up. Here's Larson for Maple Grove as Centennial makes a change. Onto the tape of Stensley's stick. Here comes Lauren Stensley down the left side. Stensley cuts to the middle of the ice, got herself some free space, and then fell down as she's trying to get a shot away. Crimson still controlling the zone though. Shot away. Stensley almost had a tip on it, and Stottero's got to cover up on the loose puck.
Good opportunity there, both ends. You know, Pitlick coming down and just rifling a shot and then coming back here. What a nice tip right here. Change of direction, and I'll tell you what, there was trouble there all the way around the pike.
Corbin and O'Hara face off.
I think it's going to be a night of dirty goals, John. They're going to have to get in there and tip and get rebounds and just muck it up.
Tim trying to keep the puck in the zone, but Centennial breaks out with it. Elliott will shoot it in for Centennial. Morgan will stop it behind her net. Coming after it, though, is Parr. Back out left side. Goldner looking for a tip in front, who had Francis on the far side, but can't get anything to connect there. Played around the boards, onto the stick of Goudreau, and cleared back out by Maple Grove to center. Goldner will shoot it back ahead into the Maple Grove end. Played by Johnson out to center. Here's Corbin with it for Maple Grove. Nice job to get around Crowley there and played around to the boards where it's picked up by Goudreau. Right out to center, trying to get it to Crowley, and it's taken instead by Maple Grove. Here comes Corbin, pinching in on the left side. Francis was there to battle her for the puck. Corbin and Francis still after it, and Centennial's got it. Here's Goudreau, rush up the left wing. Goudreau cuts to the middle, lost the puck as she went to her backhand, and cleared it out of the zone by Bridget Getch. Eichelberger playing it across for Goldner. Brought into the zone and taken off the stick there of Griefenhagen. And back comes Maple Grove. Stelgis with the puck. She'll flip it into the Centennial zone. Puck came free and cleared away nicely by Eichelberger before it could get all the way back to her goalie. Out to center. Here's Pitlick. Chance for a 2-on-1 for Centennial. Pitlick out in front. Morgan comes up with a huge save on Olmich. Crimson clear it, but they don't ice it. Centennial regroup from their blue line. Ahead on the Pitlick stick again. Has Olmich with her again. Shot away and a goal. And Centennial's on the board first.
Well, Pitlick's just been jumping on everything and just creating a lot of rushes ever since the game started. We saw about 2 minutes ago she rifled one. Big save, and now she finally got one clear, used the defense who went down as a screen, and just rifled it. I think that went in the upper left-hand corner, but just a great shot by Pitlick. Beat Morgan clean, and that is not easy to do. Whoa, nice shot. She's got a rifle.
Her third postseason goal, 21st goal overall for the junior forward for Centennial, and she's given her team the lead at the 5:27 mark of the second period. Maple Grove trying to answer now. McMahon with the puck. Skating all the way around, putting it out in front. Comes back, McMahon, backhand try, but didn't get much on it. Olivia Flushing gets the lone assist on the Pitlick goal at 5:27. Now here's Maple Grove again trying to set up in the Centennial zone. Lost along the boards, taken by Parr. He'll get it out, gets past one more player. Parr with it, a shot, goes high and missed the net completely high, and it's McMahon gathering it in for the Crimson. McMahon into the Centennial zone. Left circle, backhand try. Stottero makes the save. Prado for Centennial. Prado, nice little move at the blue line to center ice. Lizzie Prado hits the Maple Grove line. Shot it high over the top of the Maple Grove net. Goodrow going after the puck. Now Corbin trying to slide it across and does for Stensley. And banked ahead by Tim down into the Centennial zone. Tater chasing after Eichelberger goes down. And a penalty coming up here on Tater.
So we get a holding call on her. Just got on top of the D and just got her arms wrapped around her and pulled her down. She's saying, well, she kind of went down easy, but still, any impediment, it really is called here. But, you know, we were talking to Dave Cole, the coach of the Cougars here, transition-wise. We'll see Tater come through. Now watch her. She'll get around. She'll get that stick wrapped around there under that arm. Oh, that did it. She kind of turned her and threw her around. No doubt about it. But they're talking about transition, and boy, I'll tell you, the Cougars are transitioned well. They got the first goal by that way, and they darn near got a second one here in the same thing.
Face-off win for the Crimson, shorthanded. They shoot it down into the Centennial zone. Maya Almich for Centennial onto the stick of Pitlick. Allison Pitlick with it again. Into the Crimson end. Pitlick will go back behind the net to the corner. Gives it up on the pass, now gets it back. From O'Hara, Pitlick back out. Left point shot, Morgan makes the stop.
Well, nice play by Pitlick there. She had an opportunity in the first rush coming on the right side to drop it back to a Centennial player who was coming down the pipe, but she brought it back around, brought it up to the D, got a good shot on.
Griefenhagen and McMahon on the face-off here. Won by Centennial. Pitlick to Griefenhagen. Being tied up, Stensley grabs it for Maple Grove. Playing it ahead. Down into the Centennial zone with a minute 10 left. McMahon down there trying to create a scoring chance for Maple Grove, but can't. And back comes Pitlick for Centennial. 2-on-2. Pitlick carry it deep back behind the net. Pitlick being ridden out of the play by Tim. High up there in the corner in the Crimson zone. 4 players after it, trying to free it up. Now it does come free. Griefenhagen trying to drag it through. Shot away. Morgan the save. Puck is loose. Stensley gets it back. Shot. Save made. A rebound. Oh, it's driving out wide. Oh, at an open net, but O'Hara unable to bury it. Stensley back from Maple Grove. Had it poked off her stick. A nice play by Summer Francis. Under 20 seconds to go in the power play. Get a whistle. And offside on Centennial. Look at this sequence again.
Flurry, one save. Then they get another one. Pitlick with her shot. They get another one. And now O'Hara had a beautiful opportunity. She did try to shove it. She just missed the net. Sometimes that 6-foot by 4-foot net, John, gets real small when you're trying to shoot it in the open.
Crimson get a big face-off win, and they clear it down to the Centennial zone. We're under 10 seconds to go in the penalty time to Tater. One more rush for the Crimson. Goudreau, or for the Cougars, as Goudreau brings it in. Tater back on the ice. Good tie-up, but pass able to come out to Francis. Back to the blue line. Dullner doing her best to keep it in the zone. Free in the slot. Francis couldn't get a shot away. Here's Goudreau. Shot. Morgan the save.
Boy, John, doesn't seem like the Centennial got sticky puck. It's finding a way to get on their sticks. either in their forechecking or in their offensive zone attacking. It's just finding a way to get on their sticks.
McMahon, the face-off win. Puck cleared around the boards. Herdeen and the Crimson able to get it out of the zone. Now Herdeen overskates it at center. Trying to poke it ahead. Griefenhagen trying to take her out of the play and does. McMahon has it though down in the Cougar zone. McMahon laying it across and whacked by Johnson just to get it back behind the net. But Centennial takes it there. Played ahead by Almich a little bit too far for Griefenhagen. Crimson will take it back in their own end. Johnson fans on the pass, trying to get it up the wing. Comes to Pitlick. Her shot. Morgan the save. Cleared back out to the blue line. Shot away and cleared. And get a penalty here on Maple Grove. Larson's going to go off for the second time.
It might be delay a game because of that hand pass she did.
I don't think she's the one that had the hand pass.
No,
no, it's right there. That's where it came from.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was Johnson who cleared it out with the hand, but right as that was going on, the penalty on the high stick goes against Larson. So Centennial with a power play opportunity here in the second. Their fourth power play chance of the night. 0 for 3 so far, but Maple Grove doesn't want to test their luck. Boy, Centennial to 2-0 here would be something.
Tempting fate, boy. They're giving them a lot of power play opportunities.
Puck along the boards. Here's Francis gathering it in. Kind of lost the edge on her skate. Thompson shot away. Morgan the save. Puck is still loose. Gathered back in by Francis. They'll reset back out top to Gollner. And then Corbin took it away, and a good takeaway back by Centennial, and a good play by Elliott. Elliott fighting for control, finally moving in and clearing it down. Stelgis for Maple Grove.
Crimson getting a desperate line change. They were getting tired.
Thompson has it taken away by Corbin right in front of her net. Corbin trying to free it up for Stensley. Got spun around. Stensley gets knocked around this time. There's a penalty coming up on Centennial. Morgan will come off for an extra skater. Tim will give it to Corbin. Corbin will skate into the Centennial zone. Shot away and a goal! In the 5-0, Coley Corbin ties it up.
And nobody in this world was more surprised than Chloe Corbin. Boy, she rifled that shot from the short side. I'm just probably want to get into the goalie to get a face-off, but found the 5-hole and snuck it in and tie game. See her coming around here, and I'm not just decided to take a shot and take a rip at it, and just found that found a short side. I think I didn't go 5-hole. We'll take a good look here. No, it was 5-0. Snug it in, boy. Nice shot. You know, John, I got to tell you, for a section final, this thing has been up and down. There's been rock and roll hockey here, just shot after shot, rebound after rebound. And Coach Dave Cole's talking to the refs now a little bit.
Corbin with her 9th goal of the season. Now then you're talking about, well, how many players should be on the ice for each team. That was a delayed penalty call coming on Thompson, who had started to skate over to the penalty box. But Maple Grove has tied it here on the goal by Corbin at 12:42 of the second.
Well, the referees are talking about him, seeing if it stands.
If that's what he was talking, I guess I'm
Yeah.
not exactly sure what David Cole was asking about. That was the
That
penalty.
was the penalty right there. Yep.
Penalty would have been on Gollner, actually. David Cole is very emphatic about the point he is making.
Well, it doesn't look like they got a monitor down there. They're talking, though.
I really don't know what this is about.
I don't either. I'm kind of confused here. Make a decision, ref. Okay.
Now here comes Gollner over to the penalty box, and she was the one that had committed the initial penalty. And then, of course, that was a delayed call.
Yes. Okay, so we got 4-on-4 for 34 seconds, and then the Crimson will go on the power play.
McMahon with a shot right off the face-off. So Gollner goes off for tripping at 12:42, the same time as the Corbin goal. So we skate 4-on-4 here, as Dan mentioned. Maple Grove losing control of the puck. Here's Pitlick getting loose, gets past Corbin, cutting to the net. And the net comes off. Morgan makes the save. Corbin comes crashing in.
Pitlick making a plea. Was it a goal? Did it go over the line before the net got moved?
I don't think it did, but we'll never know, right?
It was a heck of a move, though.
Yeah.
She brought it back to her backhand coming across, and quite a move. Pick a good one as one of the kids of the game to watch. She's really been a force in this game so far for the Cougars.
Crimson are back at full strength. They're on the power play. Stensley, it's offside for Maple Grove.
Okay, now the Crimson are on the power play for the next minute and 19 seconds here. We'll see if they can pull together, maybe get a lead here.
Face-off win for Maple Grove. We're down to 4.5 minutes to play in the second period in a 1-1 hockey game. Larson will skate after it back behind the Centennial net. Off to Stensley. Out high to McMahon. Corbin in the circle. Looking for a tip in front. Didn't happen. McMahon able to keep the puck in. Stensley, a nice job tying up the Centennial player. Tater tried to sneak it through. Here's Corbin with it. Drop it back for McMahon. Trying to wind up. Fanned on it. Centennial unable to clear yet. And still can. Now it does come out of the zone. Larson will get it back to McMahon. 30 seconds left in the power play for Maple Grove. Here's Stensley trying to fight through. Lost the puck. Gathers it back up in the corner. Out high, McMahon. Right circle. It's Corbin. Back to McMahon. Left circle to Larson. Down to 15 seconds in the power play. Stensley to Larson. Larson didn't get much on it. Puck loose in front. Stensley trying to bang it home but can't. Final seconds. Larson back out to McMahon. Back to Larson. Here's shot from the circle. Blocked. Puck is loose. And a whistle, and Centennial's back at full strength.
Well, good control by the Crimson on that power play. Just really kept at it, kept good control of the puck, moved it around. And there was a good setup there. Didn't quite get all of it on the shot. I think that was Stensley. And just got it in there, and Stutterhouse just stood up, kept it out.
From the blue line, back behind the net, here's Nordstrom for Maple Grove. Shot away. Stottero the save. Tater has it. Her shot goes wide of the Centennial net and gathered up by Eichelberger, able to get it out to center ice. Almich brought it in. Lost it, and it's Corbin for Maple Grove. Corbin trying to squeeze past Francis. Can't. And it comes back to Flushing. Given up to Corbin, though. Corbin putting it out in front. And Nordstrom unable to get a stick on the puck there for Maple Grove. Here comes Almich on a rush for Centennial. Too far out in front of Goudreau. Down in the Crimson zone. Maple Grove has it. Here's Tim trying to play it up to the blue line to McMahon. Off on her left to Nordstrom. Nordstrom brings it in, drop pass, shot away. Good save by Stottero. And here comes Pitlick for Centennial. Into the Crimson zone. Pitlick trying to drag it through, but can't get it past Larson and Johnson there. Pitlick back with it again, shot away. Morgan the save. Puck is loose. And onto the stick of McMahon again for Maple Grove with under 2 minutes to go in the second period. McMahon a little rush up the right side trying to drag it through. Stensley has it. Pops it back left side. Johnson shot away. That goes wide of the net. Herdine knocked it to the side of the goal and shot high and wide by Stensley. Johnson able to keep it in for Maple Grove. Herdine feeding it to Stensley. To McMahon. Back off high for Larson. Johnson will wind up, tip in front by Herdine. Bank back out to Johnson again. Delayed penalty coming up here on Centennial. As it's touched by the Cougars, we get a penalty call.
Shenanigans in front of the net, and Cougars are getting called for it. Putting the Crimson back on the power play.
Cross check being whistled against Abby Eichelberger.
Good puck movement all the way around. Got a couple good shots. Good effort to get a tip in and try and pull it in toward that 5-hole. I don't know if that was Herdine in front or whatever, but man.
So now the fourth penalty on Centennial in the game. Each team 4 minors for 8 minutes so far tonight. Give Maple Grove their power play chance and a chance perhaps to go ahead. Corbin trying to keep it in. Almich a great effort to try to clear it out, but can't. Corbin, the goal scorer tonight for Maple Grove, has it. To Larson, back out high. McMahon faked the shot, gave it to Corbin in front for Tater. Goes just wide of the net. And cleared by Centennial down the length of the ice.
Well, that play has worked. Talk about Tater. She's got 5 power play goals for the Crimson.
30 seconds to go in the period. McMahon in free on the right side. Lets a shot go. It's Stottero able to make the pad save. Now it comes to Tater. Out of 15 seconds left. Tater to McMahon. Larson will wind up. Fire wide of the net. Corbin under 10 seconds to go to Stensley out in front. Tater trying to get the puck stick down. Backhand shot by Stensley. The rebound by Larson. Stottero the save as the period comes to an end.
Period's over already? Whoa.
That was good hockey.
What a period. What a period. That was just fun to watch. Good movement by the Crimson here. Tried to get it set up, just not quite enough. And when the time came, Stoddard stepped up to the plate, but I think Maple Grove, this was a better period for them than the first period, John, and they really stepped up to the plate. They got that goal, and it's pretty even Steve, but I think they played, considering the power plays, it was a little more on the Maple Grove edge this period.
1-1 game, 1 period to go to determine a champion for Section 5 AA Girls Hockey for 2019. Take time out and come back. More action from the Roseville Ice Rink on CCX Sports right after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
John Jacobson and Dan Ficken. We're at the Roseville Ice Arena tonight for the 2019 Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship game. Each team with a goal on the board. It is 1-1. It was scoreless after the first 17 minutes of play. So we'll get some highlights from the second period of play here in Roseville. We'll look at the section history first for this section. Recent years, and Centennial's no stranger to this championship game. They were lost in 2015 and 16, losing this Maple Grove team. It went on to finish as runner-up in state. 2017, it was Blaine and Maple Grove in the final, and then Centennial last year defeating Blaine for the championship and going on to state. They finished runner-up to now two-time defending state champion Edina. Edina and Blake playing tonight in the 6AA final, tied at 1. And there's a look at this year's bracket. Maple Grove, with just a 7-team section, earns a first-round bye. Blaine, a shutout winner over Anoka in the quarterfinals, then lost to Maple Grove 3-0 here the other night. Champlain Park Coon Rapids was a 3 seed. They were upset by Rogers 3-2 in overtime in the quarterfinals. Centennial had shut out Spring Lake Park in the quarters. And then it was the Cougars defeating the Royals 2-1 here in the other semifinal at Roseville on Tuesday to get to where we are right now.
Watching the Centennial team as young as they are after losing 12 players last year. I mean, really good hockey players playing really good right now. And it's, you know, they've been there. I think they want to get back, but they've had a nice run here.
1-1 our score. Maple Grove Centennial come back. And we'll give you highlights and more of our second intermission on CCX after this. Crowd of Crimson fans on hand here tonight to cheer their team onto the state tournament. 1-1 score, locked up against number 2 seed Centennial through 2 periods of play tonight in Roseville. To mention no scoring in the first period, to look at highlights from period number 2, Dan Ficken.
Well, Pitlick gets on the, has been a force in this game, just has been rocking back and forth, got some good shots, saw a good one there. Good opportunity here, back and forth for the Crimson.
Stottero's been outstanding tonight, making a couple of saves on that sequence.
You know, both goalies have had to deal with a lot of interference in front of the night so far, too, and it's amazing that the goals are scored pretty straightforward, and nice stop here by Morgan.
And then here's Pitlick's goal at 5:27. The assist on that one went to Flushing. They go 1-0 Centennial, and Morgan had to come up with a couple of big stops to keep it at 1-0, and that one missed a couple of scoring tries, and then the shot wide, and then Corbin sneaking one through unassisted at 12:42, ties the game up. And then Maple Grove with some chances to go ahead late in the period. And again, McKenna Stoddard equal to the task, making all of the stops late in the period. And the shots that came her way, a couple of good opportunities right there on that power play as the period ended. There's a look at the numbers. Shots on goal and scoring chances favoring Maple Grove, but not by much. Penalties, each team called for 4 minors for 8 minutes. No power play goals yet. Maple Grove 56 seconds left in their 4th chance when we come back for the 3rd period. So Dan, for each team, what's the key in the perhaps final 17 minutes?
I think first thing is stay out of the box.
Yeah.
I mean, they've both been going in and out. Let's play some 5-on-5 hockey here and just see what they got. Both teams have been going up and forth, back and forth really well. It's been a very even game, John. Like I said, in this one and the last time they played, there was a late goal, 7 minutes left in the 3rd period, that got Maple Grove the win. Goals have not been easy to come by. The next one could be the big one, so we'll see who can bust loose here. And the Maple Grove end up probably to start out with, they can gain some momentum, and let's see what they do with it.
1 period in regulation to go. Centennial Maple Grove 5AA girls hockey. And we'll come back with the 3rd period of play on CCX Sports after this.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes. And way over here, busy moms. No?
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Mrs. and Mrs. Jimmy at the debut.
I came from 5 generations of teachers. Losing my job was the bottom falling out of my world.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Centennial 1, Maple Grove 1. 1 period of regulation hockey to go here at Roseville. We'll find out who's going to state out of Section 5A. Maple Grove, as they did in the 2nd period, will start the 3rd period on the power play. 56 seconds left in the penalty time to Abby Eichelberger of the Cougars.
Now, a big test here for the Cougars now. They got a minute, but they really got to bring the intensity right now, keep Crimson out of the net. Crimson have had really good control in that power play, last 2 that they've run here, John.
Mitch and Corbin. Set to go. We're underway with the 3rd period. Face-off win for the Cougars. They get it to the Maple Grove line where McMahon will pass it to Lauren Stensley. Up through center ice. Lost it at the Cougar line, and Maple Grove's got to retreat and reset. With 35 seconds left now in that penalty time. Larson trying to bring it through, and Almich breaks that up and clears it down into the Maple Grove zone.
Oh, man. Please don't let wet ice decide this.
Larson lost it. It comes back to Morgan, who's got to cover up. Yeah, it looks like Tater kind of lost it there in the water along the boards, didn't it?
And I think when Stinsley got it taken away, too, it stuck a little bit, helped with that little poke check, too.
Well, face-off will come in the Maple Grove end.
Now, the refs are looking at the ice right now. I think they should. They should just let it dry a little bit. They could tell how it was affecting play there. They're going to let it dry.
I think they're going to wait a few seconds here. Yeah, they're going to.
Yeah. Good move. Good call by the referees there. I love this. This is a section final. This is a game to get into the tournament. Boy, don't let a mistake on wet ice decide the game.
So we'll wait another moment or two before we resume play here. And Maple Grove with see the time left in their power play here in the third period. Neither team, as I mentioned, with a power play goal yet tonight.
I think it's pretty similar here as we watch the Leaf.
Leafy, I saw him last night. He gets around. He was at Irondale High School last night for the Section 5 AA Gymnastics Championships that Maple Grove won. They will go to state next week, and tonight here at the girls' hockey game.
Maybe it's a harbinger. What do you think? Leafy shows up, gives the Crimson an advantage. I don't know.
Now Centennial's going to get out and skate a little bit, trying to skate up some of that wet ice as well. Back in their own end, around their goalie McKenna Stotterow.
Yeah, I think this is good. This is the right call. They're kind of chewing up the ice a little bit and let the water drain into the cracks so it'll freeze up easier. That's kind of what the kids are doing. You can see them over on the other side with Centennial doing the same thing. You know, with the winter we've had, John, you wouldn't think this building would get that warm in here. Maybe they just need to open a few doors.
Courtney Leising and Becky Gatch out there along with Tia Rice trying to help out in their own zone.
A chance that fourth line to get out there and get a little ice time in.
We've talked about it a couple of times, Dan, the Section 6 AA final going on right now. Also 1-1 after two periods at Great Ice Garden between Blake and Edina.
We were kind of talking to you a few minutes ago. You know, we watched that Wayzata Edina game, and I got a chance to watch Blake play Cretin-Derham Hall. And the jump that girls hockey has made over the past 5 to 7 years in the intensity, skills, skating ability, playmaking ability, understanding the strategy of the game. It's just, when you get to these finals, they are fun games to watch. And the one thing I've noticed, too, is the referees are letting some body go here. And the girls are handling it just fine. No problem. I like that.
No checking, kind of in air quotes, so to speak. They let a little bit go. I mean, there's some things you got to call, but yeah, they're definitely letting a little more physical contact go than I think was the case in the early years of this sport.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to go. Again, a little bit of time left for Maple Grove in their power play with the face-off in their own end. They do win it. And Tim has control of the puck. Cross from McMahon. Nice little move. He gets past Almich. Skated into the Centennial zone. McMahon then fell down in the slot and lost it. And back comes Pitlick for Centennial. Pitlick will come across the Maple Grove line and gets squeezed by a couple of players. And Cougars are back at full strength. Stensley able to get it out to center ice. Harthorn for Centennial. Her pass picked off by Herdine at center. On to McMahon. Stick a shot away and Stottero the save.
I like that.
We were talking about earlier, though, getting that shot from further out.
Yeah, just rip the shot. I mean, Pitlick didn't wake you up, man, and McMahon does, and that's good. Good shot. You know, we've had a little lull, too. Was she ready to take a puck like that? Which she was. I mean, she's played well, but...
Corbin wins the faceoff. Tater back to Tim. Plays it back behind the Cougars net. Nordstrom along the boards. It'll be taken by Prado of Centennial. Up on the wing to Crowley. Goodrow lost it as she came to the Maple Grove line. Maple Grove pushing it back ahead. Here's a chance for the Crimson. Tater trying to go to the backhand. And Stottero making the stop. And then covers up on the loose puck. An opportunity for Corbin off the feed from Tater. And Stottero was ready.
Watch this pass from Tater. Look at that. Got underneath the thing, and then the good backhand coming. Stottero was coming across to her left, and it was coming back to her right. She gets that pad up. And great pass here. I love it.
Centennial able to clear the puck out of their own end and comes back to Maple Grove's end onto the stick of Bridget Getch. Plays it up to center. Here's Corbin sliding it through and into the Centennial zone. Going after it with Prado. Now Tater with it. Looking to center. Nobody in front for Maple Grove, and it's onto the stick of Parr. Centering pass at center ice, picked off by Jenna Tim. And she'll shoot it down into the Cougar zone.
Boy, Jenna Tim has really stepped up and just really stopped some plays here.
Corbin almost intercepted that, but didn't. McMahon. Now McMahon does get it back. McMahon comes into the zone. Carries it on Lawyer. Go for the wraparound try. Puck is loose. Stensley knocks it in. And Maple Grove takes the lead. McMahon had almost stopped at the blue line 20 seconds ago. Then got it back at center and sets up this play. And Stensley puts Maple Grove in front.
Stensley 13th. Big goal here. Watch the play. McMahon makes a great decision here. She keeps it around the net, keeps control, brings it right out front. And Tater just missed one, and then Stensley finally puts it away. Nice play by McMahon here. Used her head, didn't try to force it, got it back out front. And the Crimson to get the go-ahead goal.
Stensley had a goal the other night as well. Now we're 14th of the season to make it 2-1. McMahon gets the... Now Tater will also get an assist. Tater and McMahon the assist on the Stensley goal at 2:34. Cougars with the puck down on the Maple Grove end now.
Boy, the Cougars' response is important here, and so far they're doing a great job. They're not happy that goal got scored. They're really fighting back here.
Almich in the corner. Lost his. Her stick got tied up. Pitlick couldn't control it. Here's McMahon for Maple Grove. Stelgis on her left. Now McMahon will circle, keeps the puck in the zone, runs into Pitlick, who knocked her off the puck, although Pitlick took a little shot from McMahon. Brought in by Stelgis. We'll dump it back behind the Centennial net, taken by Harthorn. Harthorn for Centennial. Circles back, gives the pass off for Thompson. Hops the stick of Getch and goes all the way back behind the Crimson net. Tim will flip it up to center ice. Gets past Prado. She'll win the race to a puck back in her own end. Chased by Nordstrom. Prado lost it. Able to get the puck onto the stick of Crowley. Big collision between Crowley and Nordstrom there. Now Francis with it. Francis will skate it in. She'll lose it. Picked up by Goudreau. Goudreau fires Morgan a big stop. And banked out to center ice and down in the Centennial end. This should be icing on Maple Grove, and it will be.
Boy, just a frantic. All of a sudden, the Cougars just pick the pace up of this game and just come back. Good attack time in the Crimson zone, and then really breaking up plays in their own zone and starting that transition attack again. So Crimson defense now have got to be more aware of their positioning. I don't think they're going to pinch as much, John.
O'Hara and McMahon on the faceoff. Tie up in the corner to the right of Morgan. Finally freed up by Johnson of Maple Grove. That's center ice. Here's Stinsley with it. Trying to drag it past Thompson, but can't. Thompson for Centennial. Onto the stick of Parr. Here comes Lauren Parr with a rush to center. Down the right side, she'll dump it into the Crimson zone. McMahon will take it there for Maple Grove. Nice poke check by Olmich to take it off McMahon's stick. McMahon and Adonis Pitlick came from behind her. Came back out to center. Centennial control. Goldner has it. Kenna Goldner trying to squeeze it through. Now we'll chip it ahead into the Crimson end. Johnson for Maple Grove. Play it off for Herdine, who got it out of the zone. Prado will shoot it back in for Centennial. 11.5 minutes to go in the third period. Maple Grove now with a 2-1 lead. Prado off for Goldner. Goldner's pass almost intercepted by Stelgis, who would have been in free. Almich playing it ahead for Pitlick. Had it poked off her stick nicely by Tim. And cleared out of the zone by Corbin. Centennial will have to reset again. Prado for Goldner up through center. Trying to get it up through neutral ice. Now Eichelberger finally able to play it back again. Here comes Centennial back with Goudreau. Goudreau trying to squeeze back behind the net. Tim tying her up pretty well. Francis with it for Centennial. Put it out in front. And Corbin able to clear it out for Maple Grove. Thompson across for Harthorn. Stelgis almost intercept another one. Got a stick on it. Stelgis playing some great hockey here in this period. Now it comes up to Goudreau for Centennial. 1-on-3. He'll fire it in on net. Morgan decides to hang on to it and force a face-off in her own end.
Boy, there's been a lot of quick line changes all of a sudden, especially for the Crimson. They're making sure that they, as soon as the puck clears the zone, they get off the ice and they don't have any tired legs down there.
McMahon and O'Hara on the face-off. Tie up. Tater for Maple Grove. Now it's Johnson for the Crimson. For Stinsley, trying to center it for Herdine. It's down deep in the Centennial end. Here's Herdine with it. And her pass skips all the way out of the zone, and Monica Johnson will have to chase it down. Larson will play it up to center, touched by Herdine to the Centennial line. Off the boards, lost at the blue line, and picked back up by Elliott. Here comes Abby Elliott for Centennial. Shot away. Had her save made by Morgan. Cleared out of the zone by the Crimson. Flushing will drop it back. Pass comes to center. Maybe a chance for Pitlick. Pitlick in alone with a shot. Morgan the save.
I don't believe what I just saw. Puck was on the best player in Centennial's team, in all alone. Morgan just stonewalled. Held her ground, stayed on top of it. Watch Pitlick just jumping all over it. And Morgan not giving an inch.
I think Centennial thought it was in the net. Now we'll see if we can see from this angle.
No, he did not get through.
Ooh. It came through, but I think the whistle may have already blown. He saw the puck trickle out at the last second. Shot away from the blue line. The stop made. Puck goes to the corner. Morgan knocks it away. Tim lost her stick to kick it to the boards. And Corbin cleared it back ahead. With Tater brings it in. Tater with Nordstrom. Tater with a shot that gets blocked in front by Griefenhagen. And back onto the stick of Harthorn to the Maple Grove end. And here's Tater with it. Tater brings it to the Centennial line. Gets knocked down there. Onto the stick of Crowley. Poke check by Corbin. Here's Goudreau in. Top of the left circle to the boards. Goudreau for Centennial. 8 minutes to play in the third period. Goudreau with it, putting it out in front, trying to get it onto the stick of Crowley. Goudreau again, poked away by Tater. And swept out to center, and Prado will shoot her right back in on net. Morgan has to make the save. Johnson back for Larson. Larson didn't get much on that pass, enough though to get it to the wing, and now it's cleared out by Corbin down to the Centennial end, and it's icing on the Crimson. Let's look at that chance for Pitlick. Let's see if we can hear the whistle here.
Well, I'm not seeing it, John.
Brought back into the Centennial zone. And cleared back out by the Cougars. No icing here on Centennial. Here's McMahon now for Maple Grove. McMahon in on the right side. McMahon goes to her backhand, and a huge stop by Stunner to keep her team within a goal. Stensley winds up. I think that might have hit the left pipe. Back behind the Cougars net. Onto the stick of Thompson. Lost it. Cleared out by the Cougars down into the Maple Grove end. Icing on Centennial.
Boy, you think Manny McGann's a fun player to watch? Holy buckets. And then they got another opportunity. I don't know who that was. I think it was Stensley. I got that shot on the pipe. Just all of a sudden they get an opening and got a couple opportunities.
Off a face-off, Tater winds and fires wide of the net. Corbin keeps it in for Maple Grove, and then poked free by Parr. Back into the Centennial zone. Nordstrom back to Larson at the point. He'll try to get it to Tater, but Dolner is there. Oh, come on. And a penalty call coming up here on Maple Grove. Going to go on Tater for tripping.
And called it for tripping. He was going down. I'm not sure that stick was pulling on it. We'll see what happens here. Wow. Okay. Stick bounced off the boards and got in the skates of Centennial players. So Centennial's got a golden opportunity here with 6:02.
First penalty here in the third period. Fifth power play try for Centennial tonight. They're 0 for 4. Need one here with under 6 minutes to go, trailing 2-1. Shot away. It's blocked. Here's McMahon from Maple Grove. Short-handed coming back. 1-on-3. Stops. And she'll just drive it around the boards in the Centennial zone. Almich for Centennial. Onto the stick of Griefenhagen. Trying to slip past McMahon, but who plays it back to the Centennial line. Almich brought it in, but ran into McMahon, and the Crimson able to clear it out again. Centennial, nearly 40 seconds of this power play, unable to get on track and get anything going. This one gets past Griefenhagen's stick. At center, here's Elliott coming in. Elliott coming in alone, drop pass, but not really anybody there as Stensley's able to play it to the blue line. Out to center, here's Pitlick with it. Always dangerous with the puck. Had it poked away nicely by Tim. And cleared down the length of the ice by Maple Grove. Under a minute to play in the Centennial power play. Under 5 minutes to play in the third period. Up it comes to center ice. Stelgis, and we got an offside here on Centennial. As Elliott brought it in offside.
Another stellar play by Stelgis. You know, she's really stepped in and done some really important stuff as far as almost intercepting the puck in the attack zone. She's broken up a lot of plays like there, caused that offside just because of her disruption.
Play up the Maple Grove blue line. Goudreau trying to gain control of the puck, but can't. Cleared out by the Crimson again. Under 30 seconds left in the Centennial power play. Here's Stelgis with it for Maple Grove. Lost it to Goldner. Play ahead to Goudreau. And a good takeaway by Stelgis from behind. Then she fell down. Goldner gets back up. She and Goldner fighting with it along the boards along with Goudreau, and then driven by Larson. And that'll wind down the rest of the penalty time on Tristina Tater. And Maple Grove is back at full strength. 4 minutes to play in the third period. Maple Grove leading Centennial 2-1 in the 5AA final. At center, it comes back to Harthorn. Harthorn able to play it off on her right. Up the wing, Pitlick had to take it away by McMahon. McMahon will backhand it off the boards. Here's Tater with it. Tater gets into the circle, poked off her stick, shot away from the blue line, the save made. Good stop by Stotterell. Tater gets her stick tied up, and here's Pitlick with the puck for Centennial. 3:20 to play. Pitlick comes in, trying to drag it past the defenseman, can't, and cleared out to center ice. Tater now with a rush up the left side for Maple Grove. She goes down. Crimson fans want a penalty, and they'll get one as she was taken out of the play and down by Olivia Flushing.
Just all out good hustle. What I like too, what the Crimson are doing, they're using their head with the puck. They're getting in open space. They're getting it to a person. If they got nowhere to go, they just tip it into the zone and take it away. But you can see the penalty there. She got aggressive, came in, and the defenseman came over and just got the stick down and put a little lumber there and followed through with her body. And she knew it right away too.
13:52, the time of the penalty. Maple Grove on the power play again. They have not been able to connect on the power play tonight, but they'll get a fifth opportunity here. McMahon keeping the puck in the zone. Here's Stensley back behind the net. Stensley has a goal right now. Here's McMahon putting it in front for Tater. Off to the corner to Corbin. Behind the net, Stensley lost it off her stick, but Corbin's there to pick it up. Centennial bunched closely around their goaltender. We're down to 2:35 to play. Back out to the blue line. Corbin to Larson, back to Corbin. Corbin to McMahon. McMahon's shot gets blocked, and onto the stick of Prater, who's able to clear it down. Now Prater with a race for the puck with McMahon, who gets it. Onto the stick of Stensley. Stensley will skate it in alone. Left side comes to the slot. Stensley trying to break through. Oh, what a save by Stotterell.
Unbelievable.
Stensley was in gets another shot away, and this one goes wide. Stensley all over it, gets back the puck again. Out high to McMahon. Feeds it off left side to Larson. Back to McMahon. McMahon, side of the net. Stensley trying to whack it in, and Stoddard another huge save. 30 seconds left in the power play. Knocked out, another penalty coming up on Centennial as Stensley was knocked down, and we will have a cross check and a 5-on-3 for Maple Grove for 29 seconds.
The minute 36 are in the section final. Critical penalty call here. No doubt about it. Got the body in there and just really knocked Stensley down after Stenley was a one-man wrecking crew there and set up 3 good opportunities here. Good save there. Held her ground. Another good save. Held her ground, and there was the penalty. Stensley got knocked head over peak at him.
And Centennial is going to use their timeout here. Well, David Cole's team still only down 1 goal, but they are now facing a 5-on-3 deficit for 29 seconds, and they're going to be shorthanded the rest of the way regardless here with just 1:36 to go in the game.
Well, you're going to get that one player back, and then don't worry a whole lot about killing the penalty. You got to fly somebody out of the zone, and I got a feeling it might be number 13 actually going out there. So
we had a nice chat with David Cole before the game. He loved hockey and very friendly, very passionate about the sport and about his team, and really likes how this team has come along after that slow start that we talked about off the top, and how well they have played down the stretch here, and certainly have gone toe-to-toe here with the Crimson tonight.
Yeah, he said they were confident coming in. He said they were going to give him a game, and like he said, for as young as they are, how well they've come together here. Now the advantage that the Cougars have, obviously, John, is they can ice the puck. And I would imagine, number 13's out there, by gosh. There she is. I would imagine she's going to be flying out of that zone on a nice situation, or they're going to throw it down and try and get it as quickly as she can.
Griefenhagen and Almich joining Allison Pitlick, shorthanded for Centennial. Stensley, Larson, Corbin, Tater, and McMahon for Maple Grove. Face-off win for the Crimson. Here's McMahon to Larson, back to McMahon, to Larson, top of the right circle to Corbin. Back behind now to Stensley. Feed it back to McMahon, to Stensley. A circle back to McMahon. Stensley back off to Corbin. They did not get a shot away in the 5-on-3 at all. Comes back to Larson, right point. Back behind the net. Tater's side of the goal, gathering up the loose puck. They score! Tater, Stensley, one of them knocked in, and it's 3-1 Maple Grove. And a power play goal with 56 seconds to go.
Well, usually the leader in that handshaking thing is the person who scored the goal. Looks like Tristiana Tater may have sealed this up for a trip to St. Paul to the Minnesota Girls State High School Hockey Tournament. Good steal right there. Yeah, it was her. She had control of that puck all the way around. We'll watch it come around. She grabs it right there. And it kind of actually slides off her stick. I think it was poke checked into the net by one of the Centennial players off of Tater's stick.
Yeah, Larson gets the lone assist. Tater with her 20th goal of the season. Maple Grove within a minute of getting to the state tournament for the second time in school history.
Well, that penalty was huge, John. Just huge.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yep.
Puck comes back to Morgan. Able to get it onto the stick of Stelgis. Corbin will play it ahead for Stensley. Here's Stensley coming in, backhander, and she scores! Centennial had to kind of cheat to try to get a turnover, and that left Stensley free, and she buries the shot, and it's suddenly 4-1.
Not reflective of how the game was. Cougars play better than 4-1 score, but boy, you let Stensley loose like that with the way she's playing. Great move too. Didn't get too outside of her zone. Watch how deftly she brings the puck over to her backhand and just puts it in.
How about the season that young ladies have?
Well, Centennial's got, frankly, they're going to be scary in the next couple of years. Very scary hockey team.
Stensley's second tonight. And suddenly 4-1. Sam Steltis will get an assist.
With all the work she's done tonight, she deserves it, bad guy. I think both goalies have played very well, too.
Almich and Stelgis on the face-off. Harthorn will skate it up here. Senior for Centennial. Boy, it's tough when you know it's your last shift too, right, Dan?
Yeah, as a senior, it kind of hurts.
Onto the stick of Tim, down to 10 seconds. Puck comes loose, side of the net. Tie up back behind the goal. Larson trying to free it up. And Maple Grove for the second time in school history. Section champions in girls hockey.
I always like this moment, by gosh. I tell you what. Amber Hagen coming over, coach at Wayzata for a number of years. Gets her team to the States for the second time in her 4-year career here. Done a remarkable job with the Crimson. And a well-deserved trip. There's a big star right there. Her name's Lucy Morgan. And I'll tell you what, she stood up as one of the better goaltenders in the state tonight. She did a fantastic job.
Edina win their section finals. AA championship 3-2 over Blake. And so the Hornets will be back to defend their two-time state championships. And Maple Grove not going to worry about who they're going to play yet. They are just happy to be there. And they advance to the section championship with the state tournament, I should say, with the section championship win here tonight. Third win over Centennial this season, but it certainly wasn't easy, and not as easy as perhaps the box score and a 4-1 final score might indicate. This was hard fought right up until the final minute.
Yeah, the scores are reflected how the game got played. I'll tell you what, Centennial really came out here and really played a heck of a hockey game. It came down to the penalties. Came down to the penalties in the end, and both teams were making a beeline for the box, but that last two right there really kind of hurt the Cougars, and because Crimson just capitalized on it.
Well, we'll stay up here. We'll have the awards ceremony, and then we'll be hearing from a couple of the winning Crimson players following tonight's game. A terrific hockey game here tonight. Congratulations to Maple Grove and Centennial, really, for a fine season, a good comeback. They'll end their year with a 500 record, but they were anything but a 500 hockey team by the end of the season.
It would have been nice to start the season with where they're at right now, because they can play. There's no question. They're a good hockey team. But how fun to get a chance to go to state and represent your city and your school. And this is a very unique thing in the United States. You don't see a situation in tournaments like these local high schools, just with this hockey thing. Fantastic. Congratulations to the Crimson here.
Centennial getting their runner-up medals right now.
Yeah, the one thing these two teams have in common, too, they both played murderous schedules throughout the year. There were no lightweights on either one of their schedules. So going into state, there's no reason they can't be competitive. Maple Grove and Centennial probably would have been too if they made it there where they were playing. But we'll see what the seeding looks like.
Yeah, you look at Centennial, the end of the regular season, Dan. They finished with Wayzata and Blake in their last two non-conference games before postseason, so they were ready to go once this playoff season started. We had a couple of wins and came very close tonight.
On the last 8 games, though, they beat Blaine 3-1. They also beat Wayzata 3-2. Wayzata's a pretty good hockey team. They got beat by Edina the other night, but let's face it, they're the two-time defending state champ.
State tournament begins Thursday. Games at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. in the afternoon at XL Energy Center, and then evening session games at 6 and approximately 8 p.m. And semifinals Friday at 6 and 8:30, and the championship game next Saturday night at 7 at XL.
And I believe Andover got in from the Northwest Suburban Conference. In the tournament. Maple Grove was the second entry. Good conference. And again, just looking at the schedules, you see Maple Grove did play Edina this year, lost them 3-0, but was at Braemar. They also played Eden Prairie, who's in the section final today.
Centennial has received their runner-up medals, and now the section runner-up trophy in just a moment as the coaches receive their medals as well. Good season, Cougars, and tough tonight, but really a good year for those young ladies.
Nothing to be ashamed of. From the way they started to the way they ended up, wow, what a transition. And like I said, the next couple of years down, they're going to be an awesome hockey team.
A lot of good players coming back. Maple Grove Crimson, with their share of young talent as well, will now receive their championship medals here tonight at Roseville. Emma Larson, one of the seniors, first to skate out.
Sammy Stell just getting her medal. Tremendous game by her tonight. She was just a youth disruptor. Finally got an assist on the goal. Great job. And Amanda McMahon. Wow, what a hockey player. Chloe Corbin, number 14, another strong game by her. Really hard charging power forward. Had a great game tonight. Got the first goal. Stensley, tremendous game by her too. Really got the goal that put the nail in the coffin for the Cougars.
Maple Grove principal Dr. Bart Becker out there along with activities director Ricardo Jones. And Matt Matson runs the section tournament there in the blue. Champlin Park activities director. Well, it's 2 section championships in 2 days for Maple Grove High School. Mission Gymnastics winning 5AA last night.
There's a few athletes in that high school, John. Lucy Morgan getting hit. Oh, boy. Is she tremendous.
Lucy Morgan's a great story. Jason Melillo featured her on this upcoming week Sports Jam, and I think we talked about her early last season. She moved here from North Dakota in the summer before her junior year, and basically, as the story goes, her dad called Coach Amber Hagelin and said, "You got a goalie. Has your team already been picked?" And she said, "No." And boy, Lucy Morgan has been a tremendous reason why this team's had so much success the last couple of years, and all of the Maple Grove girls contributing tonight to this section championship. Great win.
Fantastic win. Good job by these girls. They've had a tremendous season, played a really tough schedule, and a richly deserved win and a good opportunity to go to state and maybe play for some big hardware.
Second time in the state tournament for Maple Grove. They were there in 2016. They'll skate home with the hardware. We will take a timeout. We're going to come back and hear from the Crimson in a few moments. You've been watching CCX coverage of the Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship on CCX.
Think getting dumped by text is harsh. Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I bought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said she won't be taking you in as a client.
We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Mrs. and Mrs. Jimmy at the debut. I came from 5 generations of teachers. Losing my job was the bottom falling out of my world.
State tournament in girls hockey. They skate away with a 4-1 win over Centennial in the Section 5AA championship. Welcome back to Roseville. John Jacobson joined by 2 Maple Grove players now, Emma Larson and Lauren Stensley, who scored 2 goals. And congratulations, first of all. What does this mean to get to state?
It means a lot to us. We haven't gone there in 4 years, and just being a sophomore and just going and still having a chance, it's awesome. And it's such a great experience to go and win, and I'm super excited.
1-1 going into the third. Bring us through that goal that put you guys ahead early in the third period.
Our coach said it was going to be a rebound. You got to get to the net. We got to get to the net. And we just went and kept knacking at it until it went in. We were so excited and happy. Yeah.
I know you had beaten Centennial twice, but that was fairly early in the season. How tough did they play you tonight?
They played us tough. They had a great game. It was a great game, and I'm excited for what's next.
As a team, what has this team been doing well and building toward this season that has allowed you to get to this point?
I think for it to be a team, I think you need to connect really well, and we just love each other unconditionally, and we'll do anything. We'll literally die for anybody next to us, sitting across from us. Just amazing experience.
You get to skate at XL next week. How much fun will that be?
I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
Lauren, enjoy this. Good luck next week at the state tournament.
Thank you so much.
Emma Larson, the senior captain, and the seniors, it even more special to go to state?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've gotten so close the last 2 years, and to finally do it my senior year is just amazing. I'm so happy.
Tell me about this game. What did you guys have to do, and what did you ultimately do to pull out a win tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of skilled players, a lot of skilled forwards, so our D zone had to be absolutely perfect, and our forwards capitalized on a really good goalie, so yeah, we did really good tonight.
You've got some great scores, Lauren and Manna and everybody else, but how important has your defense been, and your defense and goaltending to this team's success?
Oh, for sure. It was it's really important that we capitalize on that. I mean, we have a young D squad, but they played amazing, and they didn't let the nerves get to them. And Lucy played unbelievable, so.
You go to the state tournament, what are your expectations next week in St. Paul, and what it's going to be like on that stage?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I've never had something like this, but we can do it, and I believe we can win this, so yeah.
What's it going to take to try to get 3 more wins in the state tournament?
Well, we're a solid team, so if we just capitalize on that, have good D, put the puck in the back of the net, I think we should be good.
You get a day off of practice tomorrow?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, enjoy the night, and congratulations on this section championship.
Thank you so much.
Emma Larson, Lauren Stensley, and the rest of the Crimson players behind us still celebrating this section championship as they go into the state tournament for the second time in 4 seasons. That'll do it for our coverage tonight from Roseville. Great game, great coverage by our crew and for Dan Ficken and all of us here at Roseville Ice Rink. I'm John Jacobson. Final score again tonight, Section 5AA Championship. It's Maple Grove 4, Centennial 1.